there is a certain tension between Eva Braun and Morell, and I could very well imagine that she talked with Hitler about it, but there's no record, so I don't know exactly. But they had a very intimate relationship. So Eva Braun was not just the dumb blonde that plays no role. They actually spoke every day. And when Hitler was in the military headquarters, he would phone her every night at 10 p.m. They would have a long phone conversation. So they had a very deep relationship. And I'm pretty sure she didn't really like Morell because, for the obvious reasons. He was closer to Hitler than herself. And, if you count 1 + 1, it's 2,
But she could have maybe not liked him because she might have cared for Hitler. And you can see the effects of drugs on humans that you care for.
She also had a good relationship with him at times because he was often at the Berghof. The Berghof was like the what is it called? Mar del Lago.
The Mar-a-Lago, yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of what it was. And it became an official headquarter for Hitler, so he would actually make decisions from there. It was not just a vacation place. And Morell was often there, and Eva Braun was always there. That was her place. She was running that place. She was like the woman of that place. And Hitler was often, of course, in the field, in the headquarters, but he came as much as he could to the Berghof because it's quite beautiful. I went up there. It's quite interesting. And she also had a good relationship with Morell, and there's like a paper that I found where they were very intimate and very close. Like there's a paper of Morell where she comes to him in the morning and she has like scratch marks. So apparently they had violent sex. So Morell is like also kind of witness to that. That I found in Washington, D.C. in the National Archives.
Hitler and Eva had violent sex? What do we know about Hitler's sex life? It's like not known, right?
I found it interesting that Morell describes these scratch marks. I mean, it's interesting. So they had some kind of kinky sex, maybe. Maybe they also had normal sex, and sometimes it was kinky, or maybe Hitler was aggressive in bed. But it doesn't really matter. It's just what happened between Eva and him.
Yeah, I don't think that affected military operations of the
drug use did. His sex. If he would have had sex with like a lot of people, maybe with his generals, maybe then, it would be worth writing about it because maybe he dominated his generals in bed or something, but he was just having sex with Eva, and I don't think that's historically relevant. It might be interesting for the movie, but also I don't want to see Hitler having sex.
I don't think anyone wants to see Hitler having sex.
But Eva Braun is an interesting character because she had more of a say than historians for a long time attributed to her. Then a biography was written on her by a female German historian, and that's a very good biography. It really shows that she had, quite a lot to say in this relationship. She was not the dumb blonde that she was quite, opinionated and active. So and she was filming him a lot. Like she was always filming in the Berghof. You can go online and look at the Eva Braun clips, and you will see Hitler in color at the Berghof, how he's like meeting children, petting their head. And, she was contributing to the myth of the private man, the good private man. So Eva Braun is an interesting character for sure. But I found one note that she, in the beginning, when Morell started with his drugs, said to Morell that she wants the same drugs, the same medications, not drugs, the same medications as Hitler. So she would be on the same wavelength with him. She didn't want to lose this world. But I mean, Hitler became such a polytoxicomanic user that, of course, Eva couldn't keep up with that. They weren't a drug couple. I didn't see any evidence for that they would like take all the crazy drugs together and then have crazy sex or something like that. That's not how it was. So I think she was sympathetic to Morell in the beginning and then changed her opinion. And I'm pretty sure she talked with Hitler about it, but there's no records about their private conversations.